This right here is my Nintendo Switch, and honestly, I think it looks really basic. Now, unfortunately, I'm not rich, so I decided to go on AliExpress and find the weirdest knockoff Nintendo Switch accessories that money can buy. And in this video, I'm going to be testing them to see if they are dope or an absolute nope. Now, to begin with, I really wanted to upgrade my docking station because it's really plain and boring. I decided it would look a lot better with a Jake Sweet sticker, but I think that we can do a lot better. So I found this really cool docking station, and if you're a fan of Adventure Time, you're gonna love it. This right here is a BMO inspired docking station, and honestly, it looks amazing no matter where you place it. Unfortunately, the buttons don't work, but this is a great device for you to put your Switch into whilst you play your favorite games. I'm personally gonna rate this a dope, but if for some reason you're not a fan of the BMO Nintendo Switch stand, then you might really like this next one. This right here is a transparent acrylic display case, which you place the docking station inside of. Oh my god. Unfortunately, the BMO display case won't fit, but it works perfectly with the original docks that come with the Switch. Now, honestly, it doesn't actually do much apart from protect your console from dust, but it does look really cool, and one of the best things about this display is that it also lights up. There are over 20 different colors and modes on this remote that change the lighting of the display case, and if you press all of the buttons at once, then this happens. Although this display case is actually pretty useless, I think it looks really cool, and for that reason, I'm giving this a massive dope. By the way, I'm going to be hiding this Minecraft chicken 3 times within this video. When you find him, let me know in the comment section along with a timestamp, and you could win a brand new Nintendo Switch. Now, I genuinely had no idea that this product even existed. This right here is a VR headset for the Switch, and it works by inserting the console into the headset and then putting the headset onto your head. But since when did the Switch have VR games? Oh, that's right, they don't. I literally spent hours researching how to get this thing to work, but it turns out Nintendo discontinued all VR games a few years ago. You can, however, watch some really cool VR YouTube videos, but honestly, I don't think that this headset is worth the money. So for that reason, it's getting a big fat nope. Next up, I really hate how I store all of my games. It looks really messy, and it's such a pain to get a game that I actually want without messing everything up. So I decided to buy this absolutely tiny game cartridge holder. It can hold up to 10 different games, and what's really cool is it pops them out one at a time whenever you turn this cylinder. It also comes with a dust cover so that your games don't get dirty. This is really useful if you have loads of loose games and you want to keep them organized. Yo, that was so awesome! But what about all of the loose cases? So I also bought this Mario-themed case organizer, which can hold up to 6 different games. I think that it looks absolutely awesome. And if you've got a 3D printer, you could easily make this within a couple of hours. The only problem is, I have way more than 6 games. So to tackle my problem, I also picked up this slightly bigger game stand, and this one is way cooler. To begin with, you have to assemble the pieces, and now you can store your cases, your loose games, your controllers, and even your docking station. This right here is the ultimate Nintendo Switch storage. But anyway, I'm rating the cartridge holder a dope, the Mario game holder was a little bit too basic, so I'm giving it a nope, and the ultimate docking station is getting an absolute dope. What the dog doing? But next up, we have this 18-in-1 sportswear pack. This thing comes with so many different accessories, including golf clubs, drumsticks, tennis rackets, ping pong bats, a sword, and even a fishing rod. I decided to test a few of them out, and they worked really well. Oh! Oh my god. I really enjoyed playing with these sports accessories, and for that reason, I think that they are dope. Now, whenever I go on holiday, I always throw my Nintendo Switch into my backpack, and it makes everything so unorganized. But this right here is a Mario-inspired travel case. The design looks exactly like Mario's clothing, and inside is the perfect size to store everything that you could possibly need. Now, whenever I go on holiday, my bag can be neatly organized, and for that reason, I'm giving the Mario travel case a massive dope. Now finally, I found this really fake Nintendo Switch on AliExpress, and it kind of looks like a PSP and a Nintendo Switch had a baby. But immediately, I noticed that the quality of this was really bad. The buttons feel disgusting, and overall, it just feels really light and plasticky. When you turn this bad boy on, this is the home screen, and it seems like it only plays really old Game Boy Advance titles. Unfortunately, it isn't touchscreen, but hey, at least it has Sonic. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm never gonna play this in my life. It would have been really cool, like, 20 years ago, but it is so bad when you compare it to the Nintendo Switch. So for that reason, I'm gonna give this a massive nope. So while I was making this video, I realized that we're literally only 5 minutes in and I've already run out of products from AliExpress. So next up, I decided to 3D print some of the craziest accessories that I have ever seen in my life. And to begin with, we have a Nintendo Switch Bowie knife. I genuinely can't believe that this is even a thing. There is someone out there who actually invented this thing. I'm not gonna lie, I can't think why or how this could ever be useful. What the dog doing? But the main thing is, it looks pretty cool. Now, I really wanted to test if it could actually cut anything. So I found 3 fruits in my kitchen, and today we're gonna try our luck. So first of all, we have a strawberry. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of easy. But next up, let's see if it can cut through a banana. Once again, that wasn't even a challenge. But finally, we have the toughest of all fruits. This right here is an avocado. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I expected that to be harder. Overall, the Nintendo Switch knife is genuinely one of the most unique products that I have ever seen. Damn. And although it's pretty much useless, I still think it's pretty dope. Now next up, I also 3D printed some knuckle dusters, and to be honest, these could be really great if you were playing a boxing game. They could also be pretty useful if you just wanted to beat up your teddy. They're actually pretty similar to the accessories we tested earlier. But honestly, there are so many different 3D printed products that you can get for the Nintendo Switch. I'm thinking about doing a video where I test out 100 different accessories. So let me know in the comments if that's something that you'd like to see. But guys, now we have tested every single accessory that I could possibly find. And honestly, out of all of them, my favorite is the ultimate docking station. But that's all we've got time for in today's video. Obviously, the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out very soon. So let me know if you think I should buy it and review how good or bad it is. Anyway, I will see you next time.